What is up, guys? My name is Anime Gia here. Welcome back to this another What If. A new What If, actually. What if Dekku was a elf god? If anyone did this, go check him out. Link in the bio. I'm joking. Go check out the people who did this before me, but let's begin. This is What if Dekku was a elf god? A elf child. Okay, let's begin. Hasashi Midoriya was the elf god who lived on Earth, harmony, marrying Inko Midoriya. Inko, she was a human being. Hasashi went back into the gods, air, and the god of all gods told Hasashi was stronger than the elf god, stronger than him, but he had to obey because he was the Lord of Gods. The Lord of Gods, his name, told Hasashi he was banished and need to be killed because you had a baby with a human being, and once I find them, I will kill them. Hasashi looked at the god and told him, "You can kill me, but leave my family out of it." The elf god said no, because they're dead. And Hasashi begged not to kill him or his beloved wife. And then he had a reason to say. The elf god said this: "Fine, I will not kill the child, but I will kill your wife. Once that child was born, your wife is dead. Once that child turns 6, she will die." Hasashi's eyes widened. He couldn't say anything else, but okay. Another elf god walks over to Hasashi, cutting his throat. Hasashi now fell to the ground, dead. Time skip. Few years later, Dekku now was born, a 1-year-old Dekku. The elf god of gods looked down on Dekku, seeing he was one of Sashi's childs. But the god feels something that's deep inside of the Dekku. Seeing how he can feel how strong the boy is. He can feel Dekku was one of my strongest members. He can feel the power coursing out of Deku's veins. Seeing Dekku as one of his members of gods, but he still had to kill his wife. Time skip. A few years later, Dekku was now 6 years old. Deku's mother now died in front of him. Dekku rushed over to his mother, seeing a cut on her throat. One elf appeared in front of him, saying, "You are one of the elf gods. You are now alone." The elf now left, bringing the dead body, actually leaving it there. Dekku was crying in tears. Dekku knew the hero's number, a hero number, which is one of All Might. All Might fight with elf god, which is Sashi. Him and Asashi was the number 1 hero before the All Might. All Might was the number 2, and Endeavor was the number 3, and so on and so on. But since now they can't find the number 1 hero, so they all now make the number 2 hero the number 1, which is All Might. All Might was called bringing in more heroes. All Might busts through the door, seeing little Azuku crying in the corner and saying Mommy and Daddy is dead. He kept repeating the same thing. Eraserhead looks at the child and said, "What's your name?" But Dekku couldn't even say nothing. All he did is Mommy and Daddy and Dad. Deku looks up with full tears in his eyes. Time skip. A few years later, 12-year-old Deku is now in an orphanage, getting bullied by everyone because he didn't have a quirk. Deku looked at the bullies, now rushing towards them with their quirk flaming up. Deku said, "Release." Unconscious Deku, he didn't say. All he did is blow wind, and the fire around their arms now vanished. What just happened to our quirk? They looked at Deku, seeing him blowing. He's a villain. Let's get him, boys. Deku spins around unconscious and blows wind around him, vanishing. The kids notices, telling the dotes that Deku vanished. Anyone, the dote said. The priest said, anyone, did anyone see Deku? They said, Izuku. The three bullies now woke up and said, yes, he blew our fire away, and we tried to attack him because he's a villain. And then once we rushed at him, he spun around in a circle, blowing out of his breath wind, and he vanished. Why are y'all being bullies to little Izuku? I know he did not have a quirk, but being bullies to people get you grounded. You three, go to your rooms. The leader of the orphanage looking for special Deku, cause that leader of the the leader of the orphanage was an elf, a secret elf that was on planet, because the god of gods told a secret elf to watch over Deku. And the elf didn't have that much power of Deku's. Damn it, the elf said in his mind. Izuku! He ran out in the dark. He turned on his eyes, opening them slowly. He can see in the dark now. Looking around. 4 hours now pass. 6 hours now. He can't find him. He sat down again in his mind. Walking back. Deku was on top of a building, sleeping peacefully. Well, now Deku waking up, but still on a building. I'm so happy I lost it. Deku spins around one more time. Deku now jumps off the building, landing on his legs and feet. Rolling down, Deku ends up in some woods. Deku now didn't know how to learn, but Deku was smart. He knew what he should do. What can he do? Deku now built a things that he's supposed to need in the forest. Time skip. Deku is now 16 years old. He was full of muscle. I can't find the thing with muscle up in it, so I would just say it. Frick. Deku was full of muscle. Deku had a lot of muscle, but not all muscle. He was still skinny. Deku had an 8-pack. 4 arms. No, I'm joking. Deku knew how to use his mana. Or you can say magic. Fire. Deku said wind. Lightning. Water. Earth. Wood. All mana Deku has inside is beating the gods of gods. Even the gods of elf gods as well. He have all elements of the gods. Deku ears was pointy. So Deku now makes some clothing. Not like this, but let me show you. Frick. Keep dropping shit. frick. Bam. Dekku was wearing clothing like this. Like that right there. But not with, he was wearing the clothing like that. Dekku now opens the door, hearing a large knock on the door. Heroes was walking through the forest because people, humans, or you can say some people that have quirks telling heroes they keep seeing a cabin in the woods, but they didn't want to go through there. Hold up. Idiots. Dekku now opens his door and seeing All Might, Endeavor, and two other heroes, and a Eraserhead, known as Miss Aizawa. Dekku looked at them, asking them who are they, and what are they? They said they're heroes, so check out this cabin. Who are you, young boy? I am 16, F you. My name is Izuku. I don't have a last name. My family members are dead. My father was Deku didn't remember his mother and father or their names, but all he remembered is they're both dead. Well, what do you come into my humble abode? Deku said you can come in. They seen pickaxes and sharp objects around Deku's cabin. You've been living out here. Yes, for a while. I was an orphan in the orphan shelter, but I left with no. Do you know magic? Magic? You have a quirk? You mean? Deku just thinks in his head, saying, a quirk. He knew what a quirk is, but they don't know what magic is. Deku said, I don't have a quirk, but I do have magic. Can you show us this magic? Yes. Flames pop out of Deku's hands, only one finger. He threw it at one of those sharp objects and it burned it to melt it to a crisp. Do you have more quirks than one? I am a god elf. I am an elf. Elf? That doesn't exist, man, boy. No, it does. But you don't know it. Deku snapped his hand, changing his appearance, showing him the sharp ears, the pointy ears, the long ears, and showing him he have a sword in his right there. He have a sword. See, I am an elf, which I want to keep secret. If the god elf know if I'm an elf, he would probably take me and use me as a weapon. Well, who's this god elf? He was the god of gods, the elf god. They call us the god elves. I built this place when I was just only 12 years old. Now I'm 16. I remember it's a quirk, right? So, Endeavor, your quirk is fire. Miss Aizawa, I read about you. So your quirk is, you can take quirks and when you look into their eyes. One reason, your eyes of red is adorable. I love your eyes, Miss Aizawa. Not in a love and affection type of way, but in a way that they're cool. And your name is All Might, the number one hero who can use Smash. Your quirk is called One for All, and you're the one who you really want to defeat is All for One. I read about him in a book. So, I am Azuku. I do not have a last name, but my name is Azuku. You can't be out alone like this, so someone have to take you in. Endeavor said, I will do it. Dekku looks at Endeavor, and then looks at Miss Aizawa. I want him. Miss Aizawa looks at Dekku. Why me, as your father figure? Because my father looked just like you with his red eyes. When I first missed him. Well, fine, I will take you in, Azuku. Azuku now got taken in by Endeavor. Mr. Aizawa. Your last name is Aizawa. Yes, father. Dekku said, looking at Mr. Aizawa. Dekku now went in Mr. Aizawa's room, telling him that he's hungry. Mr. Aizawa fed Dekku something to eat. Time skip. A few months later. Now is the hero course. The hero, so he can join UA. Dekku asked his father, Mr. Aizawa, can he join UA? Mr. Aizawa said, okay, I will make you in. Do you want me to sign in, or do you want to do it yourself? I will sign you in for free, or do you want to work for it and defeat robots and get smarter? I want to work for it, father. Well, Dekku, let's go. Now, Dekku looks at his father. They made it. Mr. Aizawa said, I gotta go now, my son. Bye. Some kids looked at Dekku. Dekku now walks in. Kids now stares at Dekku. Who are you? I am Azuku Aizawa. I am the son of Mr. Aizawa, the hero that can take quirks. The eraser quirk, eraser hero. And Dekku was just walking in talking to some people. Why do you have pointy ears? You don't look nothing like Miss Aizawa. Or the number hero. The eraser quirk, eraser hero. Eraser head. Because he just adopted me. Dekku just remembered. Miss Aizawa said, don't tell anyone who are you or what's your quirk. They asked him what is his quirk. Dekku said he had a quirk, but he didn't want to share. Dekku now looks at a blonde boy, which walking in. Time skip. The rat dude, I've been known as, I forgot his name. The rat dude told them, complete work. Dekku write it down and write the whole test down. Dekku said some of them was messing up. Dekku said, I'm finished. Can I see it? The rat dude said. And his eyes widened that Dekku he got 100%. You got an A on this test. You can go now. Dekku walked out the classroom and appeared inside another classroom. And appeared outside seeing President Mike. President Mike and said, hello, you fellow heroes. You want to be a hero. Dekku seen a girl that had black hair. Her name is Aruka. right now, I forgot her name. Fuck it. Dekku's seen a girl and wants to go talk to people. This one, a blue-haired kid named as, I forgot his name as well. Dekku just used his instincts and backflips the blue-haired kid and making him hit the ground. Dekku looks behind him and said, I'm sorry. That was not... What are you doing? Why did you hit me? I can't let nobody touch me. So, don't touch me, please. Everyone looks at Dekku with the pointy ears. The racer head opens a gate, and Deku zooms in with a blast of wind. No one's even seen him, but wind blows. Deku, let's see, when President Mike said 3, 2, 1, go, no one went. Once everyone went, but they seen a gust of wind blow. Deku spins around in a tornado, disappearing in a gust of wind, and then went towards the gate opens. Deku went in, destroying robots after robots. The number 1 robot, the number 2 robot, the number 3, destroying robots after robots after robots. Once Deku went in, he destroyed the number 2 robots, 3 of those, and destroyed the number 1 robots, 4 of those. He kept destroying robots after robots. Everyone looks at Deku while they're destroying their own robot. Looks at how fast and how strong he is. I really want to know, what is his quirk, a young boy said. And Bakugo flared to explosion quirk. He's not stronger than me, cheaty nerd. This when Deku looks behind him, seeing a blonde boy, and keeps staring at him. Deku looks at the blonde boy, while the blonde boy stares deeply inside Deku. Deku vanished in a gust of wind, appearing behind Bakugo. Hi, I'm Zuko. Why are you staring at me? Deku blew a gust of wind behind him, because a robot was coming. I'll be back. Peace out, my fans. Anime chat out.